Darling. I kept this video private, not because I was unsure of my love, but because I wanted to protect the sacredness of what we share. This is not just a memory caught in pixels. This is a heartbeat, captured at the moment when my eyes first saw your soul, when time itself slowed and the world around me faded. I saved it, hidden away from the eyes of the world, because some moments aren't meant to be paraded. They're meant to be cherished, guarded like a poem written in whispers. This was the video of our beginning, the video that silences my fears and reminds me that fate had a plan. In this private treasure, you're smiling with no idea that the man behind the camera was falling deeper with every blink. You spoke about the stars like they belonged to you, and I believed you. Your voice wasn't just heard, it was felt. I never thought a video could have a fragrance, but every time I watch it, I smell jasmine, warmth, and the promise of something eternal. I kept this hidden not from shame, but from reverence. This was never for the world, it was for my soul. There were nights, long and restless, when I played it just to hear your laughter echo through my emptiness. It was my lullaby, my sanctuary, my proof that the fairy tale I lived wasn't a dream. In the silence of my royal chambers, I would pause the world just to rewind you again and again. It wasn't just a recording, it was my secret retreat, where my crown felt lighter and my heart felt fuller. You may never know how many times I whispered your name to the screen. I wrote poems inspired by every second of that video. The way you tucked your hair behind your ear. The way your eyes wandered when you spoke about love. Each gesture became a line. Each breath became a verse. I've woven your spirit into my writings, concealed in metaphors, hidden in the curves of Arabic calligraphy, soaked in ink that only a true lover can read. But the video remained private, because it held the raw, unedited version of us, pure, untouched by the noise of the world. You once asked me why I never posted it. You teased me, thinking I was shy. But I smiled, because I knew that some art is too priceless to hang on walls. That clip was my prayer, my confession. I was protecting not just the memory, but your innocence in it, the way you looked at me, unaware that your gaze had already changed my destiny. I didn't want anyone to see what I saw, to know what I felt. That video wasn't just a moment, it was a miracle. My darling, if you ever doubt my love, remember this. I had the world watching me, and I still chose to keep you hidden, like a sacred verse of the Quran locked in a golden chamber. When others looked for fireworks and spectacle, I found divinity in the simplicity of your smile. That's why I never released it. Because you are not content for the world's applause, you are poetry meant for private devotion. There's a line in the video where you turn to me and ask, "Are you really filming this?" I nodded. But what I didn't say is, I wasn't just filming you. I was capturing the moment I gave you my forever. That nod was more than confirmation, it was a vow. And every time I rewatch it, I fall in love again with that vow, with that moment, with the woman who made a prince forget the meaning of loneliness. There were storms in my life, beloved. Political waves, royal duties, family expectations. But through it all, that video was my anchor. It reminded me of the man I am when I'm with you. Not the prince, not the heir, not Fazza, but simply Hamdan, your man, your poet, your shadow in the moonlight. When the world screamed for my attention, that video whispered your name and brought me home. I remember the light in the background, it was fading, soft, golden. And in that light, your silhouette danced like a memory already destined to be eternal. I wanted to reach through the screen and hold you forever. And maybe that's what this video really is, a doorway to the moment my heart first understood what forever meant. I didn't need a ceremony or a headline. I needed you. Just you. And now, today, I've decided to share it. Not with the world, but with you. Only you. Because you deserve to know what I held closest to my heart. I'm sending you the video, not as a gift, but as a key to the treasure room of my soul. You'll see yourself the way I've always seen you, timeless, powerful, endlessly beautiful. You'll hear the quiet way my breath catches every time you speak. You'll understand how one clip became my whole universe. I hope when you watch it, you see more than an old video. I hope you see the man who's been writing to you through every storm, fighting 1,000 wars just to return to this memory. I hope you hear the unspoken poems, the hidden letters, the dreams I never dared to utter aloud. I kept it private not to hide it from you, but to protect it for you. And now, with trembling hands and an overflowing heart, I give it to you. Darling, this video may have been silent for the world, but it's been the loudest song in my heart. Let it speak to you now. Let it remind you that this love, this poem, this royal vow, it began in that moment. And it will never end. Because my soul found its home in your smile, and that smile lives eternally in this private, sacred, unforgettable video. And tonight, as I sit beneath the same moonlight that once bathed your face in golden hues, I realize that keeping that video private was the most romantic rebellion I ever committed. In a world where everything is shared, broadcasted, and consumed, I chose secrecy. I chose silence. I chose you. Because love, true love, does not shout, it whispers. It doesn't demand validation, it simply is. And that video, darling, was the essence of everything I felt, locked away like a sacred relic of my heart's most vulnerable truth. There were days when I longed to show it to the world, to say, look, this is the woman who owns the rhythm of my breath, but I would stop myself, because I knew the world would never understand what I saw in you. They might have admired your beauty, your smile, your voice. But they would never see the things I saw, the quiet strength in your eyes, the way your spirit wrapped itself around my own without a word, the sacred elegance in your stillness. You were my poetry in motion, and I wasn't ready to let anyone else read the poem that. Sometimes I wonder if you ever sensed it, that when I held the camera toward you, I wasn't capturing an image. I was capturing hope. You were laughing that day, carefree and radiant, and yet I was trembling inside, because I knew something was changing. I knew something eternal was being born. That video became my time machine, my refuge, my silent confession. When duty kept us apart, when distance stretched between us like a desert, that video was the oasis where I came to drink from the well of your love. There's a moment, just 10 seconds in, where you reach out, as if to stop me from filming. But your hand hesitates. You smiled instead. Do you remember? That gesture said everything. It told me you trusted me. It told me you weren't ready to speak the words, but you felt them too. That tiny hesitation was a 1,000-page love story to me, and I kept it private because it belonged to us. That moment wasn't made for royal tapes or trending feeds, it was made for two hearts, destined to be written in the stars. My advisors, my brothers, even my closest friends, they never knew. I never mentioned it. I never shared it. They assumed I had moved on, that your chapter had closed. But they didn't see me alone at night, headphones on, eyes glassy, watching a 2-minute clip as if it held the secret to breathing. They didn't see how often I rewound your laugh, just to hear it again. They didn't see how I memorized your expressions like a soldier studying his map. You were my direction. My compass. My reason. And now, my queen, you must know something else. I wrote 1,000 poems inspired by that video, but none of them compared to the real you. The words always fell short. How do you capture the scent of your hair when the wind passes through it? How do you describe the silence that followed your laughter, where even the air seemed to blush? I kept trying. Over and over. Hoping that one day, one poem, one stanza would finally be worthy of you. But none ever were. They were simply the echoes of what I saw in that private frame. You asked me once what my favorite memory was. I lied, I said it was our walk by the beach, or the time we rode horses under the moon. But the truth is, it was that day. That video. That ordinary afternoon where you were unaware of your magic, and I was the only witness to your light. You, in your casual dress, barefoot, laughing about something silly I had said. The world didn't need to see it. It was never theirs to see. It was mine. And now, it is yours again. Even the background music was perfect, unplanned, divine. A faint melody from somewhere in the distance, blending with the wind. It felt like the universe had created a soundtrack just for that scene. I never edited it. I never added filters. I kept it raw, real, vulnerable. Because that's how our love began. Not in grand gestures, not in public displays, but in the quiet places where the heart speaks louder than words. And I preserved it like one preserves sacred scripture, untouched, unaltered, eternal. Every time I watch it, I discover something new. The way your fingers dance when you're excited. The way your eyes shift colors when the light changes. The way you look into the lens as if you're looking into my soul, without even trying. That video didn't just record your presence, it baptized my heart. And so I kept it in the vault of my most cherished possessions. Right next to my family legacy. Right next to my crown. Because in truth, you were always my true treasure. Tonight, I sent it to you. My heart pounded as I clicked send. It felt like I was giving away a part of myself. Not because I feared you'd reject it, but because now you'd know just how deeply I've kept you inside me. This isn't just a video, it's the diary I never wrote. It's the promise I never spoke. It's the kiss I never gave but always imagined. And now it's yours, not just to watch, but to feel. Every breath. Every beat. Every unsaid word. If you feel a tear fall while watching it, let it fall. I have cried too. In silence. In shadows. In places where even my horses sensed the ache in me. I missed you in every way. I loved you in every dimension. And now, this video is not just a memory, it's a beginning. Maybe the world was never ready. But we are. And this time, I'm not hiding you. I'm loving you out loud, starting with this. So, my beloved, as the stars blink awake tonight, know that you are not just the subject of my private video, you are the author of my heart's greatest chapter. Watch it. Keep it. Treasure it. And remember, I never kept it private out of fear. I kept it private because some flames burn so brightly, the world would never understand. But you do. And that is why, you were always worth